Tonight's exclusive coverage of the Winston Select on TNN is brought to you by Napa. We keep America running.
We talked earlier about how in the playoffs, we saw the Orlando-Chicago game the other night in the NBA playoffs, and it sometimes takes 10 or 12 minutes to run the last minute of basketball. Folks, we're into the final 10-lap shootout of the Winston. We have yet to complete a green lap. There are still 10 laps to go. Cleanup continues here on the front straightaway. Randy Pemberton.
Darrell Waltrip has walked out of the infield care center. Darrell, I guess, how did you see it?
I didn't. No, you know, 3 wide. It's the Winston. I sucked it up and said, hope this don't hurt too bad. That's about all you could do. The car was awesome, and you know, I knew Jeff had a fast car, so I had to do all I could do to get in front of him. I thought I'd pulled it off, but then we went over here, and I saw Dale down there, and he was digging under me, and I said, oh, Lord, if he comes up here much further, we're in trouble. All of a sudden, I guess he broke loose, and the rest is history. I guess I got a nice backup car. That's one good thing about it. I'll be ready for next week. So I don't think I broke my ribs. They're just real sore, knocked the wind out of me. Praise the Lord, I'm ready to go racing again. I ain't ready for the junkyard yet.
Darrell Waltrip, always with a good attitude.
Well, Randy, when you run up front and you have a chance to win it, you can't go home with a smile on your face.
Now, there is a pro. He didn't get out and blame anybody. That's a racing accident, you know? It just happened. He's ready to go racing next week.
You got to like that kind of attitude. And there's Ray Evernham, high up on the war wagon. Is there anybody left that can stay with Jeff Gordon?
Just on his right side, there's a guy that gets around this racetrack awful well, Sterling Marlin. That's a strong race car. But a backup. He tore his main car up earlier today and had to go to a backup car.
Robert Presley pitted. He will go to the rear, and we still have 10 laps to go. Sterling Marlin doesn't get as good a start as Jeff Gordon. And they go to turn 1. 10 to go. Oh, Jeff Bodine backs up and gets tagged. Oh, right there, Terry Labonte got in the back of Jeff Bodine. That splits the field.
That's Rusty Wallace on the bottom there in the black car, back in the field there, trying to make a move on Terry Labonte. On the outside, Bill Elliott running very hard now.
And a little smoke out of Mike Wallace's right side. Tire rub?
Boy, he's just letting it all go right now. I think that's probably the best I've seen Judy Donlevy's car run in quite a while. He's in 3rd place in Winston Select. He's going to let her rip.
Rusty moves under Bill Elliott. Puts the Miller Genuine Draft Ford up a spot. Here comes Elton Sawyer. In only his 3rd Winston Cup start, give a call to Elton.
Mike, he has a tire rubbing on the 90 car. That's pretty bad in 3rd place there. Right in the corner, it's rubbing pretty hard.
1 round complete, 9 to go.
Oh, boys.
Presley underneath Brett Bodine.
Tell you what, it's pretty hard.
They didn't have the advantage of seeing the replays like we do.
No, and it's pretty hard to run 9 laps of the car rubbing, and I really hope he can make it in.
Well, Buddy Parrott said earlier, sometimes we bring a car here, we don't expect to bring it home. And for Mike Wallace, if you stop now, you're the 13th place car.
I'll tell you what, Sterling Marlin is staying right with Jeff Gordon.
I was just fixing to say, through the corners, they look very even. If there's any advantage at all, I think Jeff Gordon may have a little stronger car right up out of the corner.
3rd place battle, Ricky Rudd is pulled right down on Mike Wallace. There's that rub as the car goes in the corner, wags just a bit.
Wow.
And as the body leans over onto that right rear. Wallace is giving it all.
I tell you. Ricky Rudd's running very well on the outside. You see that car twitching just a little bit. You smell that smoke flying, but you know you've only got a few more laps to go.
Ricky Rudd is probably a little nervous to get on the outside of it right now. You know, it's he knows that tire is going to blow out, and you know, just hopefully it'll last for the rest of the race.
Boom! He twitches, and there's how you do it. On the bottom side, he's gone now.
So Rudd is up to 3rd. Gordon the leader, Marlin in 2nd, Rudd is 3rd, Mike Wallace trying to hang on to 4th. Paid your bill, it could be checkout time.
Boy, oh boy. Talk about some big money. All 3 segments. Woo.
Elton Sawyer's been black flagged. I'm not sure why. From our Goodyear camera mounted in Jeff Gordon. Gordon's DuPont Chevrolet.
You're riding along with a $300,000 effort if he can continue like he's going right now. We see why he's black flag now. That's the exhaust pipe rubbing there.
Yeah, looks like a tailpipe's broken.
Robert Preston pulls up on Sawyer. Elton had a great run tonight. He was running in 8th place. He still is, with 4 laps to go. And Robert Preston getting the shower of sparks from Elton Sawyer's Hooters Ford. 5 car lengths is the advantage up front. Sterling Marlin, 2-time winner of the Daytona 500, trying to pull down on Jeff Gordon.
Well, Jeff's running very well, but so is Sterling. I mean, right now I think that Jeff's got just a little more straightaway speed than the 4-car of Sterling Marlin. But other than that, look here, we have a race back in the pack. On the outside there in the 2-car, that's Rusty Wallace.
Jeff Bodine's with him, Bill Elliott in the McDonald's car. New paint job for Elliott for the 600 next week.
Whatever's wrong with Mike Wallace's car that's making it smoke like that in the corners is affecting the handling on the car. You see him dropping back through the field right here. Every time he hits a bump down there, maybe he broke a shock or something, Ernie.
It could have. You know, there's something definitely wrong with it.
Robert Preston moves alongside Wallace, whose fine night of racing will not show up in the final results here. White flag. Brooke Gordon, Jeff's wife, looking on, a lap to go. He's really pulling it out on Marlin now. 8 car lengths, 9 as they hit the back straightaway.
I think Sterling knows he can't catch him, and he don't want to make a mistake that's going to drop him back in the 3rd.
Sterling can make 80 grand right where he is. Off turn 4. The Brickyard 400 winner becomes the latest winner of the Winston Select. Jeff Gordon, for Rick Hendrick, DuPont at Chevrolet, will go to victory lane and pick up a check tonight for $300,000.
Wow. That's a good career for some people. Wow. Doing it in fine fashion. He won his first race he ever won right here at Charlotte.
That's right. Under the lights.
You got it.
We'll be back with more from the Winston Select at Charlotte Motor Speedway, live on the Nashville Network after this. Jeff Gordon celebrates in victory lane as the shower of fireworks covers Concord and Harrisburg, North Carolina. 1991, Davey Allison won all 3 segments. Jeff Gordon has done it tonight. Somewhere in all that turmoil is Glenn Jarrett.
I'm right here, Mike, and Jeff Gordon, you came, you saw, and you kicked tail all night long. Man, what an awesome race car.
You're right. That's exactly it, man. This DuPont Chevrolet was just on the rail tonight, and I tell you, I mean, when you're getting a car this good, there's just no holding back, and, you know, it would have been tough if Earnhardt and Darrell wouldn't have wrecked there, because they snookered me on that start, but I sure would like to have been there to race them, because I think we certainly had something for them. We had something for them all night tonight. You know, we wanted a clean sweep, but I really didn't want to start on the pole for that last 10-lapper. That was not the place to be, but we got a good start that last time, and we took off, man. The thing was just awesome tonight.
We heard reports there right at the end that your car might have been getting a little loose, and maybe that's when Darrell and Dale got by you before they wrecked.
Well, what happened was we tightened the car up a little bit for that last 10 laps, and I actually went in the first corner, and the car pushed a little bit, and then that brought Dale in on my butt, and, you know, he knows how to get right on that bumper and make it real loose. So I had to give it up to him, you know, and they drove by me, and I was just waiting. I knew it was going to happen. You know, Dale tried to win it on the first lap. I think they both knew that we had the car to beat, and you better get in front of that 24 car or we're going to run away with it. And, you know, they got out front, but then they were battling each other. And I was just waiting for it. I knew to try to get underneath them. I saw Dale start to get loose, and I just dove underneath them, and, you know, they both started wrecking. I hate to see that happen, but, you know, that's the way this Winston is. It's exciting. Anything can happen, and you got to keep your nose clean. We found that out last year.
He's not excited at all. Have you got any idea how much money that you made tonight?
Hey, I love Bruton Smith, man. I love to take his money, and And I think he likes giving it to me, too. But I tell you what, I want to say hi to Pop Hendrick, Rick Hendrick. This is their first Winston ever. My first Winston, so we just did something together, and that's a lot of fun doing it.
Well, the good things seem to have started for you here last year. Looks like a continuation of the same.
Well, I never thought the car would be this good. You know, the first time we brought it on the track the other day, it was on the rail. We didn't qualify as good as we wanted to. I didn't know how to get down pit road as fast as some of them other guys, but when it comes to the race, man, we're going to be real strong, and I think we can get even better by next week.
Boy, that's tough news for the rest of the field. Just so you'll know, some $300,000. A little shopping spree tomorrow for him, maybe.
Well, Sterling Marlin, you came through some adversity, had a great run, finished second. Not the big money, but still quite a nice night for you.
Well, I've run second this thing 3 times. Maybe we can win it one day, but my hat's off to Kodak Delco Badger crew. I wrecked the primary car this evening, and they jumped in there and got this backup car ready, and I believe it's better than the other cars. So they done a real good job, and always run good here, so I believe we're in good shape for 600.
Now you know how Earnhardt feels, I guess, in the 500 Daytona. This is a great race here, and not being able to win it.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a class place here at Charlotte, and I always enjoy running here, and it'd be real neat. I tell you, it's a real nice atmosphere here, and we'll keep trying, and we'll keep trying to win it.
Sterling, obviously this race lends itself to these types of a lot of wrecks, it seemed like tonight. Was it the rules? Was it just the way this race is? You got to go for it?
Well, you got to run hard, but I wrecked, the primary car this evening, and it just, just took air off the spoiler. Jeff Bowdoin's on the outside, and it just, the back end was round 4 knew it, and just lost all the grip. And I don't know, maybe they need to look at it again and give us the spoilers and nose pieces back, and maybe raise the car, whole car heights up or something. I don't know, take a look at it again.
Congratulations on a good run.
Thank you.
Jeff Gordon goes over $1 million in earnings for 1995, and the season isn't even half over. And when Davey Allison won in 1991, it was 2 segments, 50 and 20 laps, and he led all the way. Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered, taking the country by storm, and Miller Genuine Draft Light bring you the Pit Crew of the Race Award. Here's Glenn.
Well, another awfully happy member of this pit crew. The brains behind it all, Ray Evernham, the crew chief. Miller Genuine Draft Pit Crew Award for you guys. I have never seen a race car dominate like that here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just got to accept this award on behalf of everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. These people work really hard for all 3 of these teams, and Kenny's had some bad luck, and Terry's had some bad luck, and we've had some good luck. But I really want to thank all of them, my guys here. I don't think I'm the brains. I'm just a small part of this deal, and I'm really, really lucky to be part of a team with a driver and sponsors and people like there are at Hendrick Motorsports.
Well, this guy, don't let him downplay it too much, folks. He's awfully smart. On behalf of TNN and Miller Genuine Draft, we present you with that. Also, you have been elected the Western Auto Mechanic of the Race. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Sponsors like Miller Genuine Draft and Western Auto make this sport go around. So if they want to keep giving these things out, we're sure going to keep trying to win them.
Well, now, Jeff said that you got a better car for next week?
Well, I think I'm going to have to talk to him. I think he might be driving this one next week.
If I were Jeff Gordon or Ray Evernham, that's the car I'd be in.
They led 49 of 70 laps tonight, Glenn, and I think we heard a young man who has experience beyond his years in victory lane. Jeff Gordon had this figured out and got it done. We'll be right back.